We are with Charlie Rolls. Finally. How are
Hi.
you, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I'm very good. How are you?
Fine. It's too hot in Madrid. It's like 41 degrees, but we are okay. And it's a pleasure for us, for TrialBikes, and for me personally, to have a talk with you. We are very, very fan of your style and your riding, so it's an honor. First of all, somebody told me yesterday was your birthday, right?
Yep, that's it. My birthday. I'm now 22, which is crazy.
Whoa,
Time,
22, crazy.
time flies. I feel like a kid still,
Yeah,
but I'm getting old.
you look like a kid, no problem. So happy birthday from Spain, and we hope do the best for the season. So first of all, for the people who don't know you, that it's a few, I know, but tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from? And what do you do? You do trials, right? Your titles or whatever, whatever you want.
Yeah, so I'm from UK, Cambridgeshire in the UK. Yeah, I'm a trials rider and a farmer at the same time. So lots of hours on the bike, and I spend lots of hours in a tractor as well.
Well, it's good for you. So you are like, you've got like two jobs, right?
Yeah,
It's
pretty
hard.
much. Yeah, pretty much. It's a family farm, so there's always lots of work to do, and yeah, it's literally out the window there, so I can go out and work. But I also obviously love to ride my bike. So
For those who follow you on Instagram or your media, it's so funny to see your life because you share a lot of histories or whatever. Maybe you are in the morning in the farm doing work, and then in the afternoon you are training like a beast.
yeah, exactly. I'm very lucky to be able to do that and have that as my life, because the training area is on my farm, so there's plenty of stuff to ride, and yeah, it's just so easy to do both. So
Yeah, tell us something about that. You've got like we've seen so many videos of you training in your farm, right? Is you've got the obstacles, you've got like an indoor place and outdoor.
yeah, so in the winter, luckily my dad lets me use the barn. I put some pallets and some things like that inside. So in the UK, the winter's pretty ugly, so it's very good to be able to use the barn. But yeah, also got pretty big trials park in the garden, so it's very
And
nice.
you used to change the obstacles a lot, right? Or to try to make new sections or
Yeah, so gradually as I get better, I can then build something with a tractor, make something bigger and further, and it's just, yeah, it's really helpful, to be honest, because as the level grows, obviously the obstacles need to grow with the level. So yeah, it works well.
yes, and for sure your level is like amateur. No.
Yeah, nearly
No,
coming into
it's crazy.
UCI.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see you on the videos. In Spain, you are like pretty famous. I don't know if you know that, but in the trial world in Spain, we go every week training like with other amateur people, and in every training, your name comes. You know, because
Really?
yes.
No way.
Just trust me. In every training, it's like when when someone do a big jump to front or whatever, or a crazy thing that he didn't want to do, you know, a difficult stuff. We always say, yeah, that's a Charlie Rolls trick.
No way, that's crazy.
Yes,
That's
and you know, we've got big riders here, but your name is always.
wow, that's actually really nice to hear, to be honest, that I have that influence with my riding style. It's really nice.
Yes, and well, let's start with your beginnings in trials. Why did you choose this sport? Is in your area there's people doing trials, or?
Honestly, there's not many people in my area, and the terrain of the countryside is no rocks, very flat. So there's nothing really to do trials on. But now we have built the park, it's perfect. But when I was younger, my dad used to do motorcycle trials, and he wanted me to do it also, but I couldn't do it. I wasn't big enough, I wasn't strong enough to ride the motorcycle. So we got a bicycle, and I was gradually hopped it. Like, I thought I was doing motorbike trials, but just on a pedal bike. And then gradually I got better. We went to competitions, which were up north towards where Jack Carthy, Adam Morwood and Ollie Waitman, their area has lots of good terrain. So up north, and I did some competitions, and yeah, that was the start for me.
See, it's that's a normal way to start in trials. For Alejandro Montalvo, that we talked with him last month, it was the same. His family used to do trials on motorbikes.
Mm.
He chose bicycles. I think it's because when we are younger, we can do more things with the bicycle than with a motorbike. It's too heavy, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure. And when you're only a small kid, a massive motorbike is quite dangerous in a way. And like you say, you have to be stronger, and yeah, bike is better.
So you start by your own riding trials bicycles, or you hang out with some friends around, or?
um, I have one brother, and we used to have a bike, and we shared the bike together. So he's 2 years older than me, so he's bigger, and he could do lots of things that I couldn't on the bike. I mean, we were only riding over tiny obstacles and stuff around the farm, but yeah, there was us two. And then as I got older and we did the competitions, then I had friends doing the competitions like Adam Morwood, and we were both similar aged, and we did the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah, but Adam doesn't live in your area, no?
No, he
So
lives up.
you train the most of the time by yourself.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hard.
yeah. It can be kind
Yeah.
of lonely sometimes, but when people do come, it's really fun, and you have such a good time, and it's good. So
Nice. It's another way to train. Here in Spain, people used to go to the bike parks with other people, you know, that helps you a lot to improve. So
yeah.
you did it well, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So tell us how is a day, a training day for Charlie Rolls? How many times do you train per week? Or
Um, yeah, so to be honest, it changes all the time. From week to week, I do different things because my body has to be able to recover, and I don't have a plan which is like train this day, and then next day do this, because I could have problems with my body, and then it can be worse for me in the end if I carry on with the plan. So generally from like 1 to 3 times a week, I'm riding the bike. And
One,
yeah,
1 or 3 days per week.
yeah. So you look shocked.
Yes, we here in Spain we used to see Dani Barón, Alejandro, Borja. Alejandro for sure. I think he trains more. I don't know, but I think. So
Yeah, so
you prefer it's another training way. You prefer to do one day and rest another one to recover. You think that's
yeah,
better for your body. That's very important to know. You know how all of you do it. For
yeah,
us, for the amateur people, it's awesome to hear about it. So
yeah. But then sometimes I feel good and I can ride 1, 2, 3 days in a row. But then sometimes you have to rest, and because I do lots of work on the farm, my body is tired from working and other stresses. So you have to make sure you can recover and
nice.
be fit to ride.
And you do like other kind of training, maybe gym or running,
Yeah, so
mountain bike.
in the winter I do lots of gym work to get stronger. So I have a mountain bike as well from Hope, which I do play on, but nothing serious, just some trials on a mountain bike.
like yes, now it's like the fashion of that. Every rider is doing videos with the mountain bike and enduro
Yeah.
going up rocks. Jack Carthy with the orange. You are, but I think I've seen so many videos of you, but you don't have videos riding mountain bike like trials.
Yeah, not yet,
Not yet.
but it's coming.
Coming.
Yeah, we have a few projects, so stay tuned for that.
For sure, it's going to be crazy. We are waiting for it.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I think so.
Can you tell us something about that? The brand of the bike, what kind of bike?
Yeah. So Hope Tech bike,
Wow.
full suspension, carbon HB 130. So it's too good to do trials on, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Very exclusive bike. The
Mm,
Hope. We don't have many of those in Spain. We used to see other brands, but it's
yeah,
very unique. The Hope.
yeah,
Just to use the brakes, but not the bikes.
mm, yeah. I think the bike is quite a rare bike because they only make limited numbers per year. So it's quite a pleasure to be able to ride it and show it off.
Well, so we are waiting for it. We will check your social media to
Yeah,
the video in the next month. So well, now in the next month, some big competitions are coming. How do you
yeah,
do you feel strong? How do you feel? How are you?
yeah. So excited is the best word for it. I mean, the last few weeks I've had some of the best training sessions of my life, and I do feel good. So just got to keep my body in one bit, and yeah, I look forward to doing the French World Cup, and
Yes,
then this weekend. So French World Cup, and then we go to Glasgow for the World Championship. So
yes, in your country. Well, it's Scotland.
yeah, could be raining, could be wet, but should be fine.
Well, raining is fun for watching it.
Yeah,
it makes it difficult.
Yeah, maybe some big crashes.
Yeah, because you are a guy who likes enjoying competition, right? We
Mm,
I seen you on live in the World Cup last year in Vic in Barcelona, and you are like always smiling and having fun, and maybe other riders are like very focused on the sections. You are like you try to enjoy it, right?
yeah, yeah. I think it can be kind of too serious, and it can become kind of difficult to be serious all the time and actually enjoy the riding and enjoy what you're doing. So I do try to just enjoy the moment and look up and be like, I'm here. I've worked so hard to be at the highest level, and to appreciate it, and also almost give back to fans and people watching, and the brands that support me. It's good to, you know, have that image of being a happy, kind of enjoying it person. So yeah,
Yes, for sure. For the people as well. It's awesome to see you on the competitions, and when you are riding or training, it's like you are having fun. But sometimes you are taking a lot of risks in the competitions. Maybe you have to pass through a tree and you choose to go up to front and don't use the back wheel or whatever.
yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, you say it's risk, but to be honest, because I practice doing them moves all the time, it's almost the same as me doing it, the standard, like general way of doing it. So it's no more risky. It's just kind of looks like it, but it's just my style. So
Yes, for sure. I want to talk about it because you are a rider who maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. But maybe you don't train all the time thinking about competitions. Maybe you like to train just to keep your style, or maybe doing the same move but in a different way. Tell us something about the way you train, because for most of the fans it's really awesome to see you riding, and we really like your style. We are always talking about it. It's awesome. Tell us something. How do you train for it?
it's an interesting question, because every training session's kind of different, because depending on how I feel, if I'm feeling powerful, then I'll do big moves, and it's kind of like a comp in a way for that. But if I ride with other people and we're all having so much fun, then I'm more playful when I do longer lines, and I guess do the kind of style things. So, but yeah, just honestly, in my mind, I think, yeah, I need to work on certain weaknesses when I ride. So I do think, in last competition, that kicker was rubbish. I need to practice that, or
Maybe you did a 10 or whatever, but you say, no, I could do it better.
yeah,
It's more style.
yeah. So I do think about it and I do practice them things, but I also just like to have fun, and some of the training is just have fun, mess around, keep my feet on the pedals, don't fall off. And that's how I like to be.
And keep doing that, man. For us, for amateur people, it's very important, to enjoy the style and enjoy that way of going in front an obstacle or a section, or it's
Yeah,
It's awesome to see someone who is able to do a 60 points. You are able to do it, but it's important to see the style. It's for me.
Yeah.
That's where I ride. I don't do competitions. I like to do the things in the more cool way, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, in the past, when I've tried to just focus purely on competition and I must get better at this, must do this, must do this, I often kind of, my level is almost going down a little bit because I'm getting too focused on that, when really if you do it with a smile on your face and enjoy it, you end up with better results and you feel better as well. So for me, it's like a win-win both ways.
Yes, for sure. So maybe that way you see the riding. It's because your who was your reference when you were young? Because for me, I used to follow a lot of riders from the UK who only did street trial riding, like Craig Scott, Damon Watson, Neil
Yeah.
Life, and I think those three are the most important. Who was your reference?
Yeah, they're definitely legends in the TGS kind of sport. But to be honest, it was competition riders for me, and the standout rider was obviously Jack, because when I was young, I was going to competitions and he was at the competition and like winning and being the best rider. So naturally, you look up to the best rider, and at the time, well, throughout Jack's career, you watch him win the World Cups and World Championships multiple times, and to be able to see that in person and kind of, you know, it's you understand what's happening. I don't know. It's so yeah, I'd say Jack was the most like influential rider for my riding anyway.
Alejandro told us the same, and he told us maybe it's the same for you, that he always really liked the 26-inch style.
Mm,
That's what he wanted to do, but that he loves 20-inch. So he tried to do the style of 26 that Jack Carthy has in the 20-inch. It's the same for you.
yeah, honestly, it's exactly the same. And me and Alejandro are similar because we're of the same kind of generation, and we both do the 26-inch kind of pedal style on the 20-inch bike, which now is kind of normal, but maybe 5 years ago, it was kind of a unique style. And yeah, I always looked up at Jack, but also Gilles Castillo and Vincent. They were both like at the highest level when I was kind of learning all of my skills. So,
Yeah, good reference.
mm,
Riders. So, um, we used to see we used to see you riding a lot of in the streets with Cindy, with Mind Control, the guys that goes with the street trial bikes, and you sometimes go with them. How is it? Do you really enjoy riding in the streets?
50-50 because I'm a country guy, so I live on a farm, nowhere near people and cities. So for me, going into the city is a bit like a bit scary, but I do like it. I enjoy riding with all of them riders, and they they pick out the craziest lines, and I have to do it. So
I think the craziest lines are yours. Yes,
yeah,
come on, man. You are doing bars every time, uh, crazy gaps.
Yeah.
wheel on the. It's crazy.
And I think going into the street creates like viral videos because people can relate to the size of things. They can see the bricks in the walls, and in the trials park, I do much bigger stuff, much crazier stuff, but it doesn't look like anything because it's just a tree or a rock, or so it's relatable for the public going into the street. So it's really good.
Nice. So, well, tell us some funny anecdote training on the streets, or maybe competitions, or training at your house, or something funny happens to you, or
Oh, there's too many. There's so many to pick from, to be honest. I mean, I know when I've been practicing in my barn in the winter, there's a massive wall in there that's like maybe 12 foot high, and which is like what, 4 meters high. And everybody, all the street riders come to my house and we're having a good ride. And they go, what do you think? Up the wall and down. And I'm like, it's a big wall. And anyway, of course I do it because the camera's on me and I have to do it. And yeah, I landed so hard on the ground that I thought I broke my bike, to be honest. And yeah, now I'm not allowed to do it again because my dad didn't think it was a very good idea, and he won't let me do it ever again.
how tall was it?
I don't know, maybe 4 meters, but the top of the wall is like this, with the plywood this thin, so it's very dodgy, not easy.
So, for those who don't know, if someone puts a camera on you and say, "Hey, Charlie, let's try this crazy thing," you have to do it, right?
Pretty much, it's have to do it. There's no chance you can't get out of it. There's lots of things over the years. I mean, in Abu Dhabi in the World Championship, during the competition, I was drinking so much water and so many energy drinks because it was so hot and we were sweating like crazy. And in one of the sections, I was very, very close to like throwing up and being sick. And then in the same section, I nearly threw up at the back as well. So yeah, it's a bit close to, but yeah, not good. But them times you'll always remember, and had to get through them.
Nobody, no one noticed it. I watched
No.
on the media, on YouTube, and nah, Charlie was perfect.
Yeah, this is the thing. You don't see it on without being there, but yeah, some crazy things happen.
Well, this year is in your country, so you don't have the weather problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Abu Dhabi was really tough. I mean, you can imagine right now because it's obviously really hot where you are. So
Yes, no, but people from Madrid, you know, Dani, Vera, and Alejandro told us the same, that the weather there is crazy, too hot. Oh, Madrid is not like that. It's hot, but not so much.
yeah, different hot.
So, Cartagena, the competition C1 this year, you came to Spain.
Yeah.
And we saw you the first time with the TrialBikes helmet, but tell us how this relation. Yeah,
Here it is.
Raúl is gonna be proud of that.
Yeah, he'll be happy.
Yes. Tell us how this relationship began, because Raúl didn't tell us anything about it until the competition, you know?
Really, it was a secret.
Yeah, for sure. He always do the same.
Yeah, I mean, I've known trial bikes for such a long time. They've always been top shop in Europe for the trials. So yeah, it was almost inevitable that we would have a conversation. And yeah, this year is the year. And yeah, couldn't be more proud, to be honest, to be supported by such a great brand in the community.
Well, so welcome to the team, and we hope to see you a lot of years with TrialBikes, and we wish you the best for with it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
let's change a little bit the conversation. I want to talk about the competitions. So maybe what do you think about the regulations and the competitions today? Maybe you have something in your mind that you would like to share about changes that we can do in the UCI World Cup, on the UCI Championships, you know, something about the sections, maybe some more competitions. What's point of view about it?
I think at the moment it's pretty good in a lot of ways, but also there's always room for improvement. And my personal preference is that at the minute there's lots of C1s, but not so many World Cups, and it would be great to see them C1s become World Cups, because we'd have a much longer and bigger calendar of World Cups, because and obviously that picks at the end of the year, you have an overall winner of the World Cup series, rather than in the past few years there's been one or two rounds of the World Cups. But yeah, that's one thing which I'm sure can improve on. And yeah, in terms of sections, things like that, I think at the moment it's pretty good for people watching. For the finals, for example, it's very tense, very close. Always is between 10 points.
Yes.
So to watch it is so exciting. To ride it, it's very difficult, because there's no room for error and almost impossible to come back from some stupid mistakes, which I know about. But this is trials, and the winner that wins is normally the best on the day. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yes, we know it's very hard because, well, it's a World Cup and you only have 3 competitions per year. Last year was 3 competitions. This year is the same. And well, you arrive to the final. You always used to do it without problems. But when you arrive to the final, you have to start again with no points from the day before or whatever, and you only have 5 sections. So what do you think? Maybe more sections in the final, or maybe the sections the day before count?
Yeah, it's interesting, because in the last 2 C1s I went to, actually 3 C1s I went to, I was first in the semi-final, but this then didn't count towards the final, and I was then like, or was I second, third, and I had some stupid mistakes in the final, which is kind of frustrating for me, but at the same time I wasn't the best rider in the final. But I see what you're saying, and it's a good idea. Maybe they could, maybe the semi-final could count a little bit to the final. I don't know. Maybe you get, like, if you win the semi-final, you get plus 10 points at the end of the competition. I don't know. There's something there, but I haven't really thought about it too much.
Somebody from the UCI ask you about it, or ask your point of view about the competitions? No.
No, they don't care about the riders. I don't know.
That's pretty bad. Alejandro told us something similar, and we the people that used to watch the competitions, yeah, they always think the organization and the UCI maybe have to think more about the point of view of the riders, because you are not amateur, you are not going there to have fun, have it, but you are professional, so it's important to know your point of view.
Yeah, it does. It's a very good point, and it would be amazing if they could come to the riders and take our point of view and listen to everything we have to say, because at the end of the day, they don't have an event without us riding the competition. So, and we all go there to win, and we are professional in our training and everything, and we put our lives into it. I'm sure Alejandro told you about his training and how much he puts in. So of course you want that to, you know, come back to help you in the competition, and they should put a competition there which is for the riders.
We hope the UCI or maybe somebody hear this interview and maybe you know, do some improvement. But well, let's change a little bit. Well, this year, like the year before, like last year, there was this competition, the C1 in the United States. Alejandro, Borja, and some other riders, Loy Palau, went there. We didn't see you last year, and this one we didn't see you. Would you like to go there?
Yeah, I'd love to go there. It looked amazing. The event looked so much fun, and I know Kenny and Wesley put so much energy into setting everything up and organizing the trials. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to be a World Cup, and I'm sure if next year it's a World Cup, I'm 100% there. But at the moment it's expensive, and yeah, it's a long time getting to America, but I would love to go for sure.
We will talk with Kenny.
Yeah.
He's now calling Kenny Vela to say Charlie Ross has to be there.
Yeah.
Come on, just speak English. It's easy for you to be there. So.
Yeah.
So, who do you think are your main rivals in the 20-inch category today?
Of course, the free Spanish at the top. Yeah, screw you guys. Yeah, we've got Alejandro, Borja, Eloy, of course, they're top riders. So,
and what do you think is the best of each one, the best move or maybe characteristic of their personality or whatever? What do you think is the best point of?
Yeah, it's hard to say, to be honest, because they're both all so good at everything. So it's really hard to, you know, compete in the top three with them guys. But yeah, each year, each event, we all get better, and yeah, it's always such a tight fight between all of them. So Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think, carbon or aluminium?
Um,
Yeah, I know the answer because this is quicker.
yeah, of course. I mean, aluminium, carbon, either way, it's a bike, but the rider is the person that makes that bike move. So if you can gel with that bike, then yeah, aluminium, carbon, steel, doesn't matter.
Still, eh? That's nice. We would like to see that.
Yeah,
So you have a aluminum frame and carbon fork, right?
yeah. So the crew cars is aluminium, and such a solid bike, and that's why I love it so much. It's so reliable, and yeah, with all of the carbon specs, you know, the forks and the handlebars, keeps the weight really, really good for how strong it is. So yeah, I love to ride something that's I can trust 100%, and I can put everything into it, and I know that it's not going to break. It's not going to, you know, throw me off and have a massive crash. So this is the reason for crew cars is
And
solid.
the size, because Crookers, I think, has got two sizes of bikes. You
Uh,
the wheelbase you use is 10.
yeah, well, in the 20-inch, there's only one size at the moment. So, but 26, they've got a couple of sizes. But yeah, it's just a standard 20-inch bike. Yeah, it's not much more to say.
Would
It's
you make
just
shorter? Maybe. Do you think short it will be better for you, or?
um, it's hard to say because without trying something new, you don't know. But I'm always up for trying new things, and for example, my stem, always changing the step. Well, the stem, the flat one from Krukers, that was supposed to be a 26-inch stem, and a few years ago I used it on the 20-inch, and it was like, wow, this is game changing. So use that, and then of course the free hub on the back of the bike, got that from Hope, and that's a new kind of revolution in trials that
Yes, everyone is using it here.
yeah, different brands now are like producing their very own free hub, and yeah, I used it like 3 years ago, and maybe 4 years ago now. But yeah, I used that and was like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is so much better, and yeah, I'm lucky because Hope produced them and they're my sponsor, so it's really yeah, it works well.
Well, it's such a good brand. We all know it, and
Mm.
very good product. So, here I've got a question that I want to talk about. This year in Cartagena,
Mm-hmm.
in some videos, maybe when we edit this video, we are going to put it, where you have some problems with the observer, and I think Eloy Palau had it as well, right? Tell us what
Yeah,
happened there.
yeah. Mm.
Now the people is going to see the video when you are.
Yeah. Well, basically, I'm riding up the wooden beam up to the rock, and it's quite a big gap to the rock, so it's obviously requires a lot of speed. I'm jumping up, kind of semi out of control. I think Eloy could say the same, and we both jump left off the rock, and there is the observer standing right in the in the path of where we want to be, and I think I got away with it a bit better than Eloy, but
Yeah, you didn't hit him.
but my front wheel was so close to his head when I swing by, and which then meant I kind of over rotated and fell off. But that was yeah, crazy to happen twice in the same place. I mean, it's not
Very bad luck, and yeah, I think that observer, that's not going to happen again to him. He's going to. What happened after that? What did you guys?
Luckily, we were able to get back on our bike and then just carry on the section from there. But I mean, I was shaking because I just nearly killed a man, and I'm having to ride the rest of the section. But honestly, it's not the first time that I've got close to an observer, and it probably won't be the last time. And how the sections are now and the level of the riding, we're on the edge all the time and we're on the limit. So when we're going up something, we could jump off in any direction. And
Yes, you can predict where are you going.
Exactly. So this makes it hard to observe, but also dangerous. I don't know what the answer is, but yeah, we can't be landing on people with the bikes. It's not good.
We didn't see this happen before. As you say, always the riders are close to the observer. But for us was the first time that they stopped the section and you could restart it from that point. That happened to you again. You could had you ever restart a section from the point you have a problem?
Occasionally it happens when we have two observers in one section. That happens normally in the World Cups, when there's lots of riders and they have two riders in the same section. But sometimes there could be a rider that's faster than another and you catch up to the rider. Then they often stop time and then you have to wait for the rider to go and then you go again or carry on. But it's really strange, a strange situation, to be honest.
Okay. Well, if you see, sometimes you see you are going to do a 5 or whatever, try to hit the observer because you know you can restart the section from that point. Think about it.
Think about it. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Might be beneficial. Some tactics.
think about it. We have to tell you something. Raúl and me are thinking about doing some special podcast. Let us know what do you think. We want to talk with you, with Alejandro, and with Luis Grillon, a guy from the UK, a French.
Yeah.
What do you think? It will be awesome for the crew and for the people to see the fans, to see you guys talking about the, whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, it could be very interesting. I know Louis, such a funny guy. So, I mean, it's going to be funny. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I mean, we've both in a similar generation. We've both grown up at the same kind of time. So, yeah, could be a good conversation.
And you guys are from different countries, so every of you have different point of view. So
yeah,
I think both of them speak English very well, so it will be no problem.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Okay, let's talk with Raúl and let's see. Luis and Alejandro don't know, they doesn't know anything about it. So let's see what they think.
Yeah, could be really cool.
So from here, we want to invite you as well to come to Madrid and train in the bike parks and everything. What do you think? Would you like it? Have you ever been here in Madrid?
Never been to Madrid, so I always see the videos from all the riders there and some really nice trials parks, and also with the natural stuff, I see some really nice rocks. So could be. Well, actually, I was speaking to Jack Carthy, and I can remember him saying when he came that it's some of the best riding that he's ever been. So
He did a tour with Alejandro.
yeah, last year I think. So Sounds good.
You used to train a lot with Jack.
Not too much, to be honest. Wish I could ride more. I mean, he come to my house a few days ago, actually. So, and that was really good. It's good to see another top level rider at my house riding the same things that I ride. And you see different lines, and you see, you know, things just from a different perspective. So yeah, I need to ride with him more.
You guys live too far? You're in the UK, or you are close?
It's quite far. I say quite far. It's like 3 hours drive. So for 1 day trip, it's quite hard. But maybe for weekends and stuff like that would be, yeah, perfect.
So yes, from here we want to invite you and Jack Carthy as well. If you guys,
Yeah,
you two guys want to come, it will be awesome.
yeah.
So tell us where the people can follow you on the media, your social networks, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
Or
So
Patreon. We know you've got Patreon, right?
yeah, I was going to mention that. So yeah, I've got Instagram, Charlie Rolls 5, got YouTube, which is Charlie Rolls, and then Patreon, which I'm doing kind of tutorial videos on there. Also, I'm kind of vlogging my trips to the C1s and the World Cups, which you get to see the behind the scenes of what happens in the weekend, which is quite interesting. And yeah, like I say, the tutorials, how to do certain moves. I've got a few kind of signature moves. So there's a few on there. Go check it out. And that's Charlie Rolls on Patreon. So
Yeah, for sure. We will write it on the screen so everybody can get it.
yeah, cool.
And enjoy your riding style because it's awesome. Here in Spain, you've got a lot of followers, as I told you, and it's amazing. It's amazing to talk with you. For me, it's an honor. Good luck. Thank you very much to you, and thank you very much to Raul for this opportunity.
Yeah, no, thank you.
We wish you the best for the season, for the next competition, and we hope you come to Spain soon, right?
Yeah, soon. I mean, I've already been to Spain this year twice, but I'm sure there's room for another trip.
Yes, yes. If you come on during the summer, maybe you have to go to the north because it's too hot in the south. But
How is the weather in the winter in Madrid?
it's
Cold or?
sometimes it's cold.
Mm,
Sometimes 3 years ago there was snow in Madrid, but just for a week. But it was like crazy, you know.
yeah, big storm.
Yes,
I think
big storm.
I remember the news actually. Not
But
fun.
usually you can go out riding with no problems. The weather it's okay.
Yeah.
It's better if you ride in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, maybe it's getting cold. And
Okay.
the perfect
Interesting.
time is September or April, May. That's the perfect
Yeah.
time to Madrid.
Yeah. Sounds good.
The weather is good. It's not raining a lot, so thanks. So well, do you want to say something to the people just before we finish the interview?
Yeah.
We let you the camera to say whatever you want.
Right. No, just thank you for having me on, and yeah, check me out in the World Cups and the World Champs alongside all of the Spanish riders, I suppose. But yeah, keep riding, keep enjoying it. Yeah, there's always room for improvement and riding, you know, practicing and all of that. So yeah, I can't wait to go out and ride my bike, and just have fun on it. So, peace.
Thank you very much, Charlie, for having us. Raul tell me that he's going to see you this weekend, so you can talk this weekend, okay?
That's good. Yeah, that'd be cool. The world.
Thank you. Good luck, Charlie.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.